Hello everyone and welcome to day number 3, Christmas in July. This is week 2 of our High Adventure Card Camp and I'm so glad you're here. Today we are going to be exploring winter a little more. Even though it's 100 degrees outside, we will think cool thoughts. Anyway, I'm excited you're here and anxious to get going. So the first card we are going to do is Believe in the Magic. And I think with Frosty the Snowman and this cute stocking cap, it just feels like winter. And that's one of the things I really love about blue. All of its shades, whether it has a turquoise feel to it, but just a light soft blue feels like winter. And of course you might think gray feels like winter as well, and it does. But blue adds a little bit of happiness to it as well. So have fun experimenting with grays and with blues. I really like the black here. One, Frosty's hat is black, so we had to do that. But then adding the black, let's see, tweed. I almost forgot. The black tweed I think is just a really nice contrast, but yet it feels complementary to the card. But it could be turned into a Christmas theme very easily, and the only thing we would need to do, I'm just going to add a little bit of mounting tape because I want to add the little bit of pop for the dimensions, and I'm going to put it right here on Frosty's hat. I'll put another one up on the Believe in the Magic. Now, the cool thing is, I think Believe in the Magic could be winter because Frosty is definitely a snowman and part of winter. Or it can be with Christmas and all of the magic that Christmas brings. And then I am going to, now these are the little holly leaves that are on the stocking caps. And the stocking caps come in I think five different colors. I didn't grab them all, and I should have, but I apologize. But the holly leaves come there. There are also holly berries, but I am going to use our little buttons. And when I use the buttons, I kind of like to use glue dots because it kind of adds a little bit of dimension, and they're just, I use the really itty bitty ones, and it's just so easy to do the buttons. But look what a cute little Christmas touch that adds. So I really love that. But I thought I would show you what else I have been doing with those stocking caps. They are so fun, and I love all of the different colors. So I just cut out a whole bunch of them, and then voila! It's a little tricky. If I were to remake this card, I would probably scoot this hat over just a little bit so it doesn't hit the fold like that. The front one is okay to overlap. It doesn't touch, it just folds back. So I think that is a good twist. Just, I don't know if you've ever made a card like this, but you cut your paper longways. So you cut it 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. No, sorry, the 11 direction, and then 4 1/4. And then you fold it in half all the way first, and then you fold this edge back over on top of it. Now you could adhere this so it would be just like this, but I kind of like seeing the whole big myriad of all of the little stocking caps lined up. And then I'm like, okay, I was trying to figure out what would be a good greeting to add. And I like the Merry Christmas found on our card cutout 93, or excuse me, 193. I'm like, oh, the green matches. And so I tried that first, and I liked that okay. But then there's also black on that, so I tried the black one, And that one just felt like it really popped to me. Oh, and by the way, I used the inchworm barnwood for the background. But this card has so much going on it, I just couldn't decide how we would even write who it's from. So I used card cutout 150, and I cut out this little cutout here. So I'm just going to slide it under. And you could use mounting tape. Oh, I did notice, though, if I positioned it a little above the little fur lines of their hats, it stood out a little more as well. And then I would just sign the heels. Well, we've already said Merry Christmas. We love you. The love of the hills or something. But isn't that just a cute card? So easy and colorful. It sends a lot of good Christmas cheer. Okay, our next card. Let me just set this aside. Our next card are these Christmas trees. And I just love those. They are available in, let's see, of course, black, number 275, red, 273, green, 272, and then a natural, 274. So I just think they all have such a nice look about them, and allows you a lot of versatility in what you're going to do with it. So when I was making this card, I loved the elegance of the black. Oh, I also used card cutout 303, Oh Christmas Tree. So it does have a whimsical color scheme, just in the sense that it's not traditional red and green. But the black, I think, adds an elegance to it. And then I really loved the contrast with the rusty seafoam stripes. I just thought it was just really, it added to its elegance with a little bit of whimsy. And then, you remember how I told you I didn't know seafoam and green could look so cute together? Well, I am glad I was open to those ideas, because I think that is just a really cute combination. And then, of course, the little yellow stars just add a pop of color and Christmas cheer. So I think this is just a really fun, elegant card. And I think I often like to work with some sort of a frame behind my elements on my card. But this one, I felt like it was just really finished off. I don't know if the stripes gave it this framed in sense, or it was just enough color combination, if it was spread out far enough. I am not sure, but I liked it without a frame. And so I thought I'd point that out to you. Okay, but I thought, okay, these trees are so cute. What else can we do with them? So I just started experimenting a little bit. And I cut out the black card, the black trees again, just because I was having so much fun with them. So I had cut out, these are the red ones, I know, but I just wanted to illustrate a few things with these red trees. I really wanted to stack the trees so I could have a taller or shorter trees. And so I just started playing with how would we make them work, and what would we do, which one would go on top. And what I found, the tall, skinnier trees are the easiest to put on top. So then I would just trim very close to the red and white. In fact, let me just show you. So I just come in really close there. So it just almost feels like it is the outline that you see. And then I just started playing with it. And you can see how cute and what different looks you can get. And I could cut this trunk off to make them fit together in that size. I can do so many different things. I have these red ones that I've cut out, we start playing with, but I put together a set of the black ones. And I think this is so cute. I love how it all came together. And I used, shoot, I don't recall this number, but it's just one of our frames, but it has the ink splatters on it. And I did the different size trees. I did cut a little off of this one, so let's see, where did my black ones just go? Here it is. So on the buffalo plaid, I left the tree trunk on, but I cut it off to make it shorter. And then I did the writing and I cut the tree trunk off altogether so it could just fit on top here. And then the tweed I cut out and left the stand on, or the trunk on. But what I did, this one I cut a little shorter because it was too tall fitting in my space. And I really liked the height of this one, but it looked a little funny when there was a little white here and there wasn't white on the bottom of this trunk. So I just trimmed both the trunks. This one I just barely trimmed off anything, and this one was probably 1/2 inch or so. And then just to add a traditional Christmas touch to it, I added this little green holly leaf and the berry, and that is off of any of the stockings. Not stockings, the Christmas hats, the stocking hats, Santa hats, whatever card you're using, they have different names. Could be elves hats even, that would be fun. And then I added this brass gold colored sentimental, and it says all spruced up. I thought that was so cute. They come in a package, and then you just break them apart and you could adhere them with a mounting tape or double-sided tape, whatever your favorite adhesive is. So I just thought I would point out, I did use mounting tape on this tree, and I used mounting tape on the top of the tree, but I hooked it on top of the plaid. So it's kind of getting a double layer effect. And then I added the stars, which are just that pop of color again that adds the Christmas cheer and the meaning of Christmas. I really like that. And then I just adhered that to the top of the tree. So I'm building up many different levels of dimension there. This one here, I just put double-sided tape. So it's just flat, but when you have all of the other dimensions going on, it really makes it stand out as well. And this, I did use mounting tape, and the holly leaf, I used mounting tape. And of course, that little berry, I used a glue dot, so it would be easy. So then this is where I need your help, and that is, I could not decide what to put it on. There were so many fun choices. We have a new black and white collection that you'll see in the camp store in a few weeks, and it's called Fog City, and this is one of the papers from it. And look how elegant that looks on that paper. I just think it's simple but elegant, and you can experiment with which side you like it on, how the wording goes, how the writing is. So that was my first choice. Well, I don't know if it's my first choice of background, but I really like that choice. And then in our new Christmas collection, we have our Candy Cane Dreams, and these are Candy Cane Dream stripes. And I thought that was really cute on there too, because it brings more traditional look or traditional colors to our card. So I thought that was a good twist. Or, let me just move this all aside. My desk is getting busy. Or this is our new Inchworm Rusty Stripes. And I thought that has a simple but elegant look to it too, just bringing out more green. So I am going to put a poll on Facebook, and I am really curious to see which color or background you liked the most. So we have our paper collage reverse. That's new. I just really like this paper. It is so fun. If you worked with our paper collage, this is just the reverse of it. and I really love them both. And our new Candy Cane Dream stripes and our new Inchworm Rusty stripes. So I'm going to put a poll up. I'm going to put the 3 pictures, and then you vote as to which one you think we should do. Okay, and then the all spruced up, it comes in the brass, as you see here, or the copper, which I think is really awesome too. And it is sentimental SM13. It looks like a 131 or 134. So that is really, let's see, maybe I can tell on the front. Oh, 131. So yes, so check those out at the shop. They're found under accessories. So those are really fun to use. Okay, the third card we are going to work on today. Let me grab my supplies here. Well, I guess technically it is the third card, but not the last card. So we have this cute little snowman here. He's saying, has anyone seen my nose? Now, I am sure that you guys have been peeking in your kit, and you know exactly where his nose is. A whole bunch of them, actually. So I think this is so funny. It just makes me laugh. We had a family joke, and I remember the first time I told my kids, it just made me laugh so hard I couldn't even tell the punchline. And it was, what did one snowman say to the other? Do you smell carrots? But I could not get the do you smell carrots out. I was laughing so hard. My kids were laughing hard. It's hard because I was laughing hard, but it reminds me of our family joke about what does a snowman smell? So I thought this is such a cute card. And this snowman I think is so fun. We used the seafoam color here, and we also have a sugar plum. And then we have our red wagon. So many fun colors and things to choose and to personalize. And then I used card cutout number 303. Has anyone seen my nose? And then we also used the card cutout 105 for this frame back here. So let me just scoot these things out of the way. And of course we used a reversible, I love this double-side paper. It is our baby's breath buffalo plaid and our bunches of carrots. So I think that is so fun and so cute. But I thought we would work on a different twist to that card. So I already have my snowman cut out. And if you notice, he is missing his arms. I cut them off. And we are also going to use cutout 150. Now you wouldn't have to use, the other one we used this frame, card cutout 105, but any of the frames will work. I just happen to like this frame because of this little outline here. So I've gone ahead and cut out my frame for my snowman. And then I decided it would be really fun to try and use real twigs. So I went out to my yard, and these were the first ones I found. Way too big. I'm like, oh, back to the drawing board. So I went back out to the yard with my gardening snips, and I found this one. Well, I actually found one similar to this, but it just wasn't laying flat, and in my attempt to lay it flat, I broke it. So we went back out to the yard again, and this time I came up with something that I really like when they have these little branches that come off. It just gives it so much personality. And these are actually the leftover pieces of my daylilies that have been blooming in the yard. But they were perfect because they have all of these little things that come off of the main branch. So what I'm going to do is I am going to just tape these to the back of my snowman. But I can see where the arms were, just barely, that I had cut off. So I'm just going to line that up flip it over. Just use some regular Scotch tape and tape that in place. Now you might also consider using a hot glue gun, just something you need so you can glue your branches on. And I just think it's so cute. So I'm just gonna tape the next one on as well. So I think that's pretty cute. This arm might have gotten to be a little too long, but it's fine for what we're doing. You can fiddle, or I could probably just take my scissors and snip off a little piece. But then I cut out one of these carrots off of those snowmen. So you can see they have the little twig arms, which we have made our own twig arms now. They had a little heart dangling, but I cut out the carrots also. And I am going to take the carrot, and I just did a little loop of floss. I didn't, taped it to the back. And now I am just going to put it on my snowman so it's dangling. And I did not, oh my goodness, my desk is so messy. Here we go, I'm looking for my glue dots. So I've just got that hooked on here. And now I tied a knot, and the strings are maybe a little too long. I didn't try and tie a bow or anything, just a simple knot. I'm going to trim off so they're not quite so long. And now I am just going to use my glue dot and put that right along the top of the carrot. So it's like the knot of the thread or string, whatever, that is holding the carrot up. And this glue dot is bigger than my knot, so I'm just kind of folding it in on itself a little bit. That will be good. I'm also going to turn it around so my threads are hanging down versus going up. But look how cute that looks, except I think those threads are still just a little long. I'm gonna, whoa, almost took his carrot off. Okay, so now I am ready to put him onto my background, and I want to see, so I want to position it up just a little bit because I want to be able to still add the sign, has anyone seen my nose? I'm going to use mounting tape, and you might need to double it up a little bit or use cardboard or something, just depending on how thick your branches are, because they do need a little bit of space. Uh-oh, our carrot fell off. We'll have to fix that. And I am just going to put a little glue dot on the back of that carrot. There we go. So we'll put our carrot back on his arm. And now we'll position this, just leaving a little room at the bottom for our sign. And that felt like it was pretty good as far as the spacing at the bottom. So I will just grab a little more mounting tape. Now this little banner along the bottom, has anyone seen my nose? The snowman reminds me of me because I'm like, has anybody seen my glasses? And they could be in my shirt, they could be on my head. And I'm just going to pull this carrot down a little bit tighter. There we go. I tell you, these fingernails, yeah, I've told you I'm working on growing them. I have always bitten my fingernails. I hate to even say that out loud, but I'm working on them. But they're tricky to work with for me. So there we have a cute new little version, but I do want to add our little holly leaf as well. And I'm gonna, oh dear, I dropped it, just 1 minute. I found it. And I'm gonna use the glue dots, the tiny glue dots for the holly leaf as well. And I'm just gonna tuck it in here on his little hat. And then we can just use, let's see here. Oh, I lost my little buffalo plaid. Well, you can just, I'll place it on top of this one. But look, isn't that so cute? I just love it. So a cute little twist on the first snowman we made. And then I'm like, this paper is so cute, and it's so surprising when you open it and see those carrots. Oh, you know what? I do want to show you quick. I'm gonna hurry and trim this. Because we have another card to make. But I do need another half sheet. So I'm just gonna quickly use my little trimmer, cut us 5.5 inches. But I love this little snowman we made. I think he turned out so cute. And I love the red. I think the red is really cute as well. So I think that is a fun twist on our original card. But then I started thinking more about it, and I'm like, what else could we do with that paper? It's so fun and such a surprise. It is not something that I would have expected to see. So I thought, we have big carrots, card cutout 142. Do you remember those from Easter 2 years ago? Yeah, 2020. And I already cut out the carrots. And let me show you what I had in mind. So when I cut out the carrots, I did cut them a little deeper than the white and just tried to trim it off. But I like being able to curl the leaves a little bit, just to give them more dimension. And then I put those on the front of the card. And I couldn't decide if I liked one or two better. So I'll let you decide if you decide to make this card. I'm just going to hurry and use some mounting tape and hook these cards down, or these cutouts down. And I thought this will make the cutest thank you card. You could say something like, thanks a bunch, bunches of thanks. So let's put this one down. Oh, I forgot to take that one back off. I didn't put any mounting tape up here because I kind of like them to be curly, a little out of control. And then I just added, I tied a little jute bow. And if you haven't seen how to tie a bow, just any size bow actually, you start with 2 bunny ears, and then you just tie those in a knot. And then you pull on the bunny ears. And now you can use both sides of the string to make that bow as little or as big as you'd like. I already have a bow made for us. I'm going to use a glue dot again. But I thought it's really cute. You need a bow tying all of your bunches of thanks together. And then on the inside, I am using, this is Card Cutout 150. And it's just these little strips here. I've already cut it out. Now you could choose to just staple this in place or however you want to. I am just gonna go ahead and do it the first one with our double-sided tape, and then I will do the same with this little strip, and then I will use a little bit of puffy tape for this one. So I did layer them, so I have the big fatter carrot behind, and now I'm just going to put this littler carrot in front like so, and you could play with it, position it where and how you want. And then we are going to write, let's see if I have my pen here. Well, I don't see my little pen here, but what you can, oh, here it is. I'm sorry. So I would just handwrite, and I would do it with pencil first. And sometimes I will try and do like all lowercase or bunches of things. And you could even, like I'm running out of room a little bit, but so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go THX, which makes it a little more whimsical anyway. And then I'm just taking, it's a 0.5 or 0.05 of one of the little micron. And now I'm just going to try and trace it. I have a hard time tracing exactly. Bunches, and it doesn't have to be perfect. Bunches of things. And you could add a little exclamation point at the end if you want. Then make sure you let this dry before you erase it, and make sure your eraser is a good one and it's not going to leave black smudges all over your paper. Well, what I have to say to you is bunches of thanks for joining us today. I hope you're having fun at camp. It has been a delight to be here. Happy camping!